guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're just going to be installing this beautiful long curly wig. This wig was 34 inches. It was so pretty on my client with a low hairline. And so for starters, this wig did come like a little pre-plucked, and you can see I actually did go in and tint the lace. I used my favorite. This is the Bold Hold lace tint in the shade caramel. I did a few coats of that to make it as dark as I needed it to be to go ahead and fit my client, and the match was like almost perfect, as you guys will see later on in the video. So just to further customize this unit, I'm just going to go in with my hot comb and I'm just combing all the hair straight back just to make sure we can fully see this hairline and just go in and customize everything. So this is like a staple what I do before I customize my units, because I feel like if everything is like combed straight back, you really can see what you're doing. And I prefer to go in and pluck my hair while it's dry, because when it's wet, the hair will appear less dense than it actually is. So for starters, I'm just going to be putting this wig on my client's head, and as you guys can see, like this lace is like a really good match to her skin tone. I'm just going to go in and just do a little more plucking along the sides and middle of this unit, and I'm just plucking straight back just to create a bit of more definition in the hairline and just make it look a bit more natural so it isn't as thick and dense towards the actual front of the hairline. And for this, I'm just going in and I'm just parting out some hair, and I'm just literally plucking behind that. And as you guys will see, like the hair is actually coming out as I show you here. When you guys pluck, you really want to make sure the hair is actually coming out, because that way you'll know you're actually thinning out that hairline. And then I'm just going to go in from the actual front of the hairline and just pull out some hairs too, like I said, to kind of break up that line of demarcation and make it look overall a bit more natural. So of course we have to clean that hairline, so I'll be using my 99% alcohol to wipe off any excess dirt and oils, and I'll be going in with my favorite, the Bold Hold Skin Protect, to go ahead and protect that skin under this wig and under that glue, and just provide an extra layer of security. And I'll be going in with my favorite, the Bold Hold Extreme Cream, and this is literally like my favorite glue. So for starters, I'm just taking this glue like all along her hairline, as you guys can see. And later on in the video, you'll see just because her hairline is a bit lower, I couldn't make the glue as wide as I needed it to be for like the extra security, because if you guys know, the wider like the actual width of the glue is, it's going to hold down better. So I'm just kind of going in and just combing that glue back onto her cap, and then I'll go ahead and smooth it forward into the glue. And now I'm taking my Bold Hold tape. Make sure you guys cut it across the line, like the opposite way of the line, so that way you can take it off correctly. And I'll just be placing that on both of her sides, near her sideburns and the middle. And this is to provide a little bit more security for this install, because like I said, her hairline is a bit lower, so we aren't able to take that glue down as far as we need to without it looking wiggy. And you're going to use your tweezers and just peel off the white parts, and it'll leave the tape directly under it. And what we're going to go ahead and do is take some of the Bold Hold Max, and we're going to put that on to the tape. Now that glue is really strong and it's going to provide a great hold, and I really recommend that glue only on top of tape. You never really want it on top of your hair or anything. You may can put some on top of your skin, but that's only if your skin isn't really sensitive. I always recommend putting this glue on top of tape. So now that we have that glue all, melted into the skin and it's perfectly dried, I went in with 3 layers of the white glue and just the 1 layer of clear glue on top of the tape. And now I'm going to be going in and just putting this directly on top of the glue. Now remember, if you are going to do this, you want to either have your hairline a bit in front of or directly on top of. That way you don't have that hairline behind the glue, because it can be very hard for you to go ahead and clean that glue up in front of the hairline. So now you see me taking the teeth of my comb just to go ahead and further mesh that lace into the glue and just provide like a very secure, melted situation going on. And we're just gonna cut off that extra lace. And for this, I really like to use an eyebrow razor because, like I said, it provides a very irregular, jagged type of finish, and that is the perfect way to cut your lace so that it can be the most natural and you really won't have like a straight line or a line of demarcation, making it noticeable. And now I'm taking some glue and just putting it under those extra pieces that did not glue down in the front, because like I said, you kind of want to have it either directly on top of or in front of. And then I'm just going to go ahead and comb that down with my comb. And as you guys can see, we do have like a pretty like nice melted match situation here. I'm just going to go ahead and just tie that down after the initial install, just to kind of help that melt and marinate for a little bit, and then I'll come back. I'm back. So now I just went in with some more lace tint on a small makeup brush, and I'm just kind of rubbing that into the lace, and I'm using it with my blow dryer just to make sure that, because I am putting something wet on the lace, it won't lift up. And as you guys can see, that was literally like a perfect match. I didn't use the makeup on this hairline. I just used the lace tint alone, and it looked so perfect. And this was again the shade Caramel. So now I'm just going to be going in with my hot comb along her part just to kind of smooth out those roots and make everything look really nice and natural. And I like to do this with all my parts. I'll go in and just like comb them out with the hot comb, and then I'll go in and comb my roots of the hairline back just to make everything look really flawless, flat, and really smooth. And I'm just going to take my tweezers now to just go ahead and pull any hair out of that part that may be laying in the middle of the part, so we can really open that part up and make it look really natural. So I'm using a LA Pro Girl concealer, and I don't remember what shade this was, but these are my favorites to line my parts. And I literally just pinch the tip where the makeup comes out and it's really flat, and then I'll go ahead and just line it along the part to make it look really natural. And then I'm taking my high beams with my rat tail comb to just go ahead and create a really straight and even part. And as you guys can see, this creates like a really nice, straight, perfect part. So now for the baby hairs, I'm just going along the hairline and parting out a thin amount of hair, and I'm going to cut them with my eyebrow razor just to my liking. And her sideburns were a little bit on the thicker side, so I'm going to take my tweezers and just kind of thin those out, because we don't want anything to look too thick and wiggy. We want it to stay like really natural looking. So I just parted those out and plucked them a little bit just to make sure everything is really natural. We really want a natural finish, and as you guys know, I really hate the big thick baby hairs. So make sure you pluck those baby hairs after you pull them out so they aren't so thick. And now I'm taking my Got2b gel spray and my Got2b gel, and I'm just going to be doing her baby hairs. Now, so I apply my gel first, just like generally along the hairline, and then I'll spray my brush with the Got2b spray, and then I'll go in and start forming my baby hairs. Now, what I like to do is just get like the base shape down of how I want everything to be, like the motion. As you guys can see, I'm going for like a really curved motion, and then I'll cut the baby hairs at the bottom where I want my swoop to form, just so the hair doesn't all build up and get together in that point and be really thick. Like I said, that can make it look really wiggy, so I always like to cut my baby hairs at the bottom of them to keep them really nice and natural looking. So I just went ahead and tied her edges down with a paper wrap strip, and I'm just blow drying it to just ensure that that lace, for one, is secure and those baby hairs are going to be, stuck down. And I'm just taking some spritz and spraying it along her part just to push any flyaways down and just make sure everything looks really nice. Now my client wanted to keep her hair more so big, so I just went in and kind of misted the hair over, and then I went in with some foaming wrap in the front just to kind of really define those curls in the front, but we really left it big. She didn't want it to be completely wet. And we're just gonna go ahead and cut off that extra little paper wrap strip, and voila, it looks so nice. As you guys can see, her lace is melted and completely blended. I love working with the lace tints. And then here's just another close-up shot, and this is a different lighting. As you guys can see, this lace is melted, period. Okay, so like watch my client play through her curls. This hair was so pretty. The install was like 10 out of 10. Definitely would recommend. Like I loved it. The like lace is on. The baby hairs are on. Everything just looks so perfect. If you guys feel the way I feel, leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below how you guys felt about this look. And I hopefully will see you guys in the next video. Bye.